So, Spencer, our usual Friday catch-up. Now, normally we would reflect on the game from the previous weekend, but there was none at the weekend. So did you have a good weekend last week?
No, I froze to death at Hampton. Had a wonderful pizza, highlight of the day, and went to their trophy game. They made a load of changes, and as I said, it's rare that I left very early, but I did. As soon as I left the game, sort of got excited, I'm told. But as I said, I had a wonderful pizza, which cheered me up a little bit, and went home. So yeah, frustrated for everybody. Ground staff worked so hard on Saturday to get the game on. At 10 o'clock, it was close. There was a large area of the pitch which was really wet. The ref wasn't happy about. He came in early and he called it off. And I was still disappointed, but you understand these things. But you know what? He was dead right, because by the time Rob joined me at Hampton in the afternoon, he'd been on the pitch and he said it was absolutely underwater almost. So the game wouldn't have been on anyway. So yeah, disappointing, but can't help the weather. But grateful to all our volunteers who tried their best to get it on. And with our injury situation, probably not a bad thing. But there we go.
And this is obviously the first time you've spoken since it's been announced that Josh Casey's now left the club. Is there anything you want to say on that situation?
Just I'm disappointed. Sometimes things just don't work out. Josh is a fantastic guy, really, really good guy, and disappointed I had to have the conversation. And he's not a scapegoat in any shape or form. It just didn't work. There's lots of factors that go into decisions, finances. I felt the height of the team isn't good enough at the moment. I do see things, people commenting. We played him out of position as a wing back, and it's totally rubbish. I don't think he played wing back once for us, so maybe in a pre-season friendly. But look, it was hard. We're going to miss him because he's a fantastic leader on and off the pitch. But the whole defence has not been good enough until we've had a little upturn. Long may that continue. But we've not been good enough defensively as a group. And I've made it clear to everybody we need to defend better, and we're looking at other defenders, and the players that have got the shirts have got to perform. So yeah, look, we wish Josh every success going forward. We will genuinely miss him, and it was a horrible conversation I had to have. And I have to say, he took it like the true pro that he is. So he'll have many suitors, as I know, as I passed on many numbers, and I'm sure we'll see him again soon.
And if we start to look ahead to this weekend, then first, I know there's a few injuries at the moment. Have you got any updates for us on that?
Well, as I'm sitting here on Friday morning, it was tough when I went to bed last night, and it's got considerably worse. I don't want to be negative. I'm disappointed because this is the biggest club in the division. I'm thrilled for everybody at Torquay. They went through hell. We've been through it. They've got amazing supporters, great manager, and new owners, and 3,000 plus people I'm sure will be there tomorrow. And we want to give it a really good go. And we're just not making excuses, but it's tough at the moment. I'm literally got to be watching my phone during this interview. We're desperately trying to bring in a loan right now. We've potentially lost another 2 players in the last 90 minutes. It's tough. It's really, really tough. And what's so frustrating is I've got 5 or 6 lads that are close. They're close to being able to play. 1 or 2 have said I could possibly sit on the bench. We've got illness has hit us as well. And I'm really frustrated because I want us to go there and, try and beat a really strong side. We're 1 point behind them. We edged the game at home, just about deserved to win it at home in a really tight game. Really looking forward to it. Delighted that this year it's a Saturday, so our fans can get down. So it's a great stadium, great place. And I'd like to have a more fit squad. As I said, right now I just don't know, and it's going to be last minute job. As I said, I think we're going to have some players potentially playing that aren't fully fit or not particularly well, but, we're going to give it one hell of a go. We've got ourselves in a great position, but I'm frustrated because we've got so many lads that the phrase at the moment around the club is 2 weeks. So many players saying I'll be fit in 2 weeks. They're close, but they're not quite there, and very, very frustrating. As I said, we've brought in a new lad that we'll discuss in a second, I'm sure, Finn Mooney. And I'm desperately trying to bring in alone as we speak, because we are bare bones. Whatever the squad size looks like on the bench in the last few weeks, we've only really had 2 subs. We name more because I don't want to give too much away to opposition. But this week it's really tough. But we're certainly going to go there and give it a good go, whatever team we put out, because we're really looking forward to it. It's a great game to be involved in, and I'm just frustrated right now. I've got so many lads that are not quite there, and that makes it very difficult.
You just mentioned their new signing, Mooney. What can you tell us about him?
Look, I think we're getting a real philosophy about Farnborough Football Club in the last few years, is that top young professional players trust us as a club, from me all the way through to the fans and the support staff, to give them the opportunity to showcase themselves, to get themselves playing week in, week out at men's football at a great stadium with good fans in a really positive club, to try and get back into the EFL. And Finn, my relationship with agents over the years and pro clubs, this is another fantastic player, and I'm receiving these type of calls regularly. And look, arguably it's another position that we don't really need, but when someone of that quality comes along, only released from Palace at the start of the year, he's had a spell abroad, and we played, or tried to play, a behind closed doors training game to get the gremlins out of us, having not played for 10 days. But he came in and you can see his quality. So we know we need a bigger squad. These players, we know we can almost not pay them at all, but he's come in, he knows he's got to get into the team. But I spoke to a couple of my coaching staff and they were like, oh my word, we know all about him, as well. We've seen him when we've been scouting for other clubs, and he's a fabulous player. So he can play a winger, striker, number 10, and potentially out on the wing. So look, he's another great player. We're close to bringing in a very exciting lad from the level below, who's more for the future, as such as next year and moving forward, because we know we're already attracting serious interest from pro clubs in a number of our lads. So we expect that players will get moves. So we it's the next ones on the conveyor belt. So look, they're really exciting players, but at the moment we're heavy in certain areas and we're very light in others due to these injuries. And I can see us going from 12, 13 fit players, and suddenly we could be 17, 18, which is another problem that would be a nice problem to have at the moment. But look, I'm delighted he's come in. He played in that game, did very, very well. And we'll see where it takes us.
So we do look ahead to Saturday then, as you say, Torquay United. So 1 point ahead of us in the table. We beat them at the start of the season 1-0. Last year when we went down there on our travels, we lost 3-0. Do you think we can change it this year and win down there?
Of course we can. We can win. I mean, it is probably the toughest game, in the calendar at the moment. Biggest club, as I said before. We went there last year on a Tuesday night, which was disappointing for the fans. So I said I'm grateful, and I know that there's a good set of fans going up for us, which is a good number, which is great. Obviously they'll be massively outnumbered, but it got so much time and respect. The Torquay fans were magnificent when they came to us. I think the best news I've had so far is Watts got manager of the month. So that's probably the best tactical bit I've got at the moment, because that's normally a hoodoo. So we'll try and thrive on that. But that's about where the good news ends. Look, they're unbeaten at home. They've beaten all comers at home. They beat Western the other week, that were top. They beat Truro at home. They beat Dorking at home. They got a fantastic home record. But that's a challenge, and what a game to be involved in. Right now I'm a bit down in the situation, having lost more players overnight. I've got another training at the moment to see if he can play. We've got sickness in the camp. Desperately trying to bring in a loan, which may or may not happen. But at the end of the day, it's still such an exciting game. And yeah, we're going to be massive underdogs. But Saturday's result's not going to completely, it is just another 3 points. Of course, we're desperately trying and win the game. We know it's going to be very, very tough, but we're so young. We almost will just go out and give it a go. I couldn't tell you what the shape's going to be. I couldn't tell you who's going to be playing where at the moment. It's going to be a last minute thing. There's clearly what we thought we were setting up on Wednesdays completely gone in the bin this morning. But it is what it is. And I said, we're a really strong side. You know, we're very young, we're very technical, we can mix it up. But what a challenge, what a place to go to such a great club in Torquay. You know, we will go there and we will give it absolutely everything. I know the boys will, whoever gets, you know, out on the park. Yeah, as I said, I'm just frustrated because I know we can give anyone a good game. As you said, we had a really tight game with them before. And as I said, I thought on balance, we just about deserved to win it, but it was so tight and their home form is sensational. So, you know, there's a reason they're manager of the month. Watts is a great guy. He knows how to set up a team. We all know pretty much everything about each other. I wish I knew a bit more about us right now, who's going to go out on, tomorrow and play. But, you know, as I said, can't wait for the game. Excited by it. It's a challenge. It's an opportunity. And the players, you know, the part of the problem I'm facing is a number of the lads they're so desperate to play, but they're not fit. And they're not well, and they're going, oh, I can possibly sit on the bench and help out. Well, you can't get away with that at places like Torquay. In fact, you can't get away with that at any team in this division. The division is getting stronger and stronger year on year. But that's the challenge, and I don't want to write us off in any shape or form. I want us to go and be positive. But as I said, ultimately, just really looking forward to a game. And, you know, we were in the game in that the last year. You know, it was a really non-event game for 30 minutes. But unfortunately, the first one went in and then it was all Torquay and they thoroughly deserved to win the game comfortably. But, you know, they'll also have their concerns about us, and rightfully so. So, you know we're going to have to play really, really well. But I'm saying the same thing every week. There's no difference. But an unbeaten Torquay side at home in front of their fantastic fans is a brilliant challenge and one we've got to be really excited about.
As you mentioned there, they've got a great home support, but I know we're taking down a coach full of fans. I know fans are driving down as well. So have you got a message to the fans that are coming down tomorrow?
Look, I'm thrilled. It's a Saturday game. So grateful. This time of the year, it's an easy excuse, isn't it? Let's go Christmas shopping, or it's cold. You know, they can see the fact that we're a little bit light on numbers, but they're excited by it. And I'm thrilled this year. As I said, they're getting the opportunity to go at a weekend, not on the Tuesday night. And I said I was particularly grateful last year for those that did manage to get there on a Tuesday night. Look. What a game, you know, for Farnborough to be going to Torquay, 1 point behind them, 2 points off top. All teams have challenges during the season. I'm certainly facing one right now. A lot of these players will be back in a couple of weeks. You know, as I said, I'd love to be going there close to full strength. It's rare any team's close to full strength, but, you know, so grateful for everybody going down there. We will give it absolutely everything. Make no mistake about it. Whoever goes out there on the park, we will give it everything. We will try everything. And as I said, I still genuinely believe we can win the game. We know we've got to play very well, you know, but at the end of the day, the fact that Farnborough's going to Torquay in front of many thousands of people and Torquay have got their club back, you know, it's a great game for everyone to be involved in, and fingers crossed we can go and get a result.
Perfect. Cheers, Spencer. Have a safe journey down and good luck tomorrow.
Thanks a lot.